Hey guys, it's Cray here, and welcome back to another episode of Donkey Kong Country Return. Been enjoying the walkthrough, and this part will be starting with 3-4 and ending on 4-1. So let's go ahead and get started on that. I did just want to get all these levels out of the way. I thought about trying to extend this more, and I've been keeping these under 20 minutes, so I decided not to do World 4. This level here is pretty simple. It's basically just momentum based like some of the previous levels, where sit here, wait on this little spinning thing, right, or I guess you just call it, I'm not sure what you'd call it actually, a water reel I guess, but yeah, just wait, and then jump at the right moment. Be careful not to get hit by the flames. There's nothing challenging here though. Also, you might want to be careful with those totem poles, like move out of the way if you need to, and then move back if you want to, because that's one way to avoid getting hit. Just don't get hit. It's the best thing. Mainly, this level's mainly more challenging mirror in mirror mode, and normal mode it's not really that bad at all. It's just a matter of being careful. Alright, there's the Diddy barrel if you need it. Probably helpful if you've lost any health, just in case. Here, just kind of jump and get out of there before these fall. Don't let yourself die. Pretty easy. Make sure you avoid the sharks. If you're playing it normally, you should have access to Diddy, so try to avoid getting bit there. This barrel, you can use this to either knock out a shark, or you can use it to knock this puzzle piece loose where you can grab that. Then just carefully avoid this tiki here, and you'll be alright. Now, continue forward, and there's the G. You probably shouldn't do what I just did if you're playing in mirror mode. You need to wait on the bird and let him get closer, but you want to go downwards when he's under you and then hit him so he'll fall off his stilts, and then you'll be alright to grab that G, I think, so nothing to worry about there. Just jump with the barrel at the right timing and try not to jump when the shark's there and you'll be good. Pretty easy level here. World 3 in particular really isn't too bad. The boss is a little challenging, but it's nothing bad. Even the K level in this world's pretty calm, I'd say, so shouldn't have much to worry about. Okay, now we're at 3-6 Temple Topple. This is the level I was talking about earlier, where the whole Kong letters are really hard to get. Like, all four of them can be somewhat challenging. I think it was more so in mirror mode than this mode, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Then again, a lot of this game is harder in mirror mode. Start by grabbing your K, then continue onwards. You make sure you grab Rambi if you want it, because if you don't, you won't be getting it. And usually I think you have to jump through those hoops. You might have enough room to dodge that one, but a lot of these are set up where if you don't, you'll end up getting hit and you'll take damage, so be careful here. Rambi is pretty much a requirement for this level, so make sure you've got him. It's not very hard. It's all about charging and timing and stuff. It can be kind of bad if you're not doing it carefully your first time, because you may not know exactly what to do, but keep charging when you're in like an area that's falling. And if you've got Diddy, use Diddy to help you extend some of your jumps. Like, there are some tricky parts of this level that are kind of annoying, but it's nothing hard. You just continue going. Move carefully when you get to really dangerous spots. This one is a little bad, not that bad. Mainly more so in mirror mode, because if you don't land it just right, you can take damage, and you can't really go under it, so you have to go directly through the ring. Then just keep going. At this part, you gotta run. Try to be careful. You gotta run and then jump to get through the ring at the same time. And keep running the whole time, or you'll fall because of these crumbling little cliffs or blocks or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, the stones will crumble under your feet, and you gotta keep moving so you don't fall to your doom. It's really easy though. By the time you know, you'll have already reached the goal. Fairly straightforward level. Alright, and now we're going on to 3-5 Itty Bitty Spiders. This level is I believe this is one of the more difficult levels. I'm trying to remember this is the other level I was thinking of or not. Actually, that level I was on last time wasn't the level I was thinking of with the challenging K levers I was mentioning. That was a different level. Actually, I think this is a level also with the really challenging K letter. So yeah, this is the one. It's nothing too hard, but it's still pretty challenging. I'd say it's probably harder than your average level at least. K, and here you want to make sure you kind of slam the ground and knock him in the ground like that, like I just did there. Really simple. Then you can use him again to go up here and grab onto that vine, which will let you go on. You kind of need to do that. Nothing takes very long to figure out, but if you're new to the game, you may not figure that out for a little while, so figured it might be helpful to say that just in case. And also hit them with a barrel, which I don't think I ever tried that, but there aren't a whole lot of barrels to do that with in the first place, and I'm pretty sure the proper way was to slam the ground instead. Be careful with these guys, especially in mirror mode, because if you're playing in mirror mode, they can make this level unbearable. For that, oh, you need to roll, and then you need to jump very carefully with your roll jump, and you should be okay. Pretty much just like any other roll jump where timing is crucial. Careful here and jump off the blue guys. Keep moving. Now, just keep going. Try to be patient and not get too fast. You'll be okay. Patience really is key here, because if you aren't patient, you can get hit and killed really easy. I made a lot of mess ups you can do because I only have 1 health, so I'm playing it safe with all these guys. Little yellow guys, you want to kind of trick them into trying to jump at you by getting close, but don't stay there. When they're about to jump and fall, that's your cue to get out of there and go find another platform to land on and then come back and hit them after. Really a simple strategy, you just got to make sure you get the timing right. And there's your in. You might want to roll or something and hit that blue guy with careful timing and then let them fall, because a little bit dangerous. They will be in the way, and I don't think you can just bypass them unless you have the health to, which mirror mode you obviously don't. And then you can use them to bounce up and grab that in. It's nothing bad. There's another barrel. This is a little bad. You gotta watch it to get the timing. Usually I think you need like a jump to do it normally, but I might be mistaken about that. Like you need to jump off and bounce off of one of those guys, but nothing bad. This segment is really straightforward. Might be a little hard if you're not careful, but basically either jump or roll into these guys and kill them. Try not to get too close to the other one unless you want to take damage. Another one unless you want to take damage. It's all really straightforward. Just be careful and hit them and then move on. Then you go to an even more difficult segment, which is basically the same thing though, which is kill these little red guys. They even give you a free DK barrel, which, even though that's supposed to be used for health, you can use that as a way to one-shot one of them. And I recommend for the red guys that you go and roll into them instead of trying to hit them normally. End there, as you can see, you need to blow up the leaves, and then you can hit that and go, and then you beat the level. Really simple. I'm not certain, but I believe now we've unlocked the K level, and yes we have, okay. This level is really easy compared to most of your other K levels. There is like one segment I can remember at the end that's kind of challenging, but not a very hard level. Everything here is easy enough. This is a level that focuses a lot on timing. It's best with this level that you don't rush it and you just go at your own pace. Just watch the patterns, go when it's safe, and that's all there really is to say here. Just move at the right time and try to be careful, and you'll be alright. This level is pretty forgiving, I'd say. Not like a lot of the other K levels in the game. This level gives you a fair amount of time to make your decisions. There are a few moments and you'll need to move fast, but they're not a whole lot in comparison to the amount of time this level gives you to keep going. Right here, duck when the spikes get close, otherwise you'll get hit. Try to be careful with that tiki there, you might bounce and hit the spikes. Then duck. You you get a chance clapping, or maybe not clapping, but go and hit the ground and try to kill that thing if you need to, because he might end up getting you to hit the spikes if you're not careful. It's really if you think you can get over him safely or not. And you're doing it normally, you should have Diddy and a jetpack, so you should be alright. Keep going here, just get on top of there where you can't get hit by the wall there. In this part, move, just keep moving, be fast. Try to get the jumps as precise as possible, because that will close and it'll kill you if you're not careful, but it's not very hard. The ending segment I was talking about was right there, and it's simple enough. And now we'll be moving on to the boss fight here. Like I said, this boss fight is a little hard, but nothing really hard. Okay, 3-B, Ruined Roost. This is a simple boss fight. I won't bother saying what's going to happen because the cutscene will show it off soon enough anyway. And there you go. You're basically fighting a giant bird here. I'm not actually sure what kind of bird this is, but the goal here is to grab these bombs he's tossing at you and hit them back, and throw them back and hit him with them. You need to do this 9 times in total. The goal is to do 3 each round. It's really simple. Basically, just be careful. Grab bombs you can get and hit them and hit him with them. Don't get one that's about to explode, obviously, or you might get hit. Try to duck when he's doing that attack there, where he's dive bombing you. And then here, this is another attack to sort of be. Well, no, this isn't the attack I was thinking of. Well, okay, never mind. It was. You actually see these bombs. That one in particular that had the yellow on is one you want to be careful for, because it sends that fire going out. It can be kind of dangerous later on in the fight. It's not too bad in the early parts of the fight. Here, you just need to grab the bombs like before. He'll throw a lot more though, so be careful. You probably won't be able to hit him as easy, so you're probably going to have to wait until he's kind of close to you to hit him, so be careful. Just grab bombs when you get in his proximity and then go. This is a little dangerous here because he throws the bombs at you, and you need to be careful. Find it easiest to like go and hit him while he was mid-dive bomb this time, because he gets close to you then. You just have to sit near a bomb that's not going to really hurt you. Make sure you're careful here. These little bombs there are dangerous because they can jump and they can actually harm you if you're not careful. So be careful there. Hit him with that. And I was a little bit wrong there because it's only 6 hits instead of 9. But it'll be over before you know it. It's not very challenging. All I can say here is just enjoy your beating up the Tiki. And we've got one more level left now, which is 4-1. Then we'll be moving on to World 4 levels in the next video. Okay, since we're going into World 4, even though we're not going to be doing all of it, we're just doing the first level, I'll go ahead and give you a little info about it. World 4 is all minecart, all rocket levels, and they are pretty challenging, so I would argue this might even be one of the hardest worlds in the game. Not the hardest, but I'd still argue one of the hardest. It's at least on par with World 8 in terms of difficulty, so be careful. Level doesn't start off as a minecart or rocket level. You can sort of see where you're walking around, but as you go on this level, very quickly transitions into one, so. Okay, you just go and slam against all those, open them up, and then you get this TNT detonated here by hitting the switch, and then you go over there, and I think I forgot to hit it twice, which is why I didn't go off there. And there you go, you've got it. Sorry about the constant sniffing if you can hear that. I have some bad allergies right now. I hope it's not too distracting. Anyway, keep jumping and moving on. This is just fairly simple stuff right here. Get over here, and then now you're starting the minecart segment. Okay, really easy to grab. I think this level got progressively harder as you moved through it. Although I don't remember. I might be mistaking this with another level. Like, there's a lot of minecart levels we couldn't tell in this world, so they are a little bit difficult. Especially because in these minecart levels, the margin for error is much smaller, and one hit will kill you, so you have to be careful. It makes mirror mode a little easier, though, because then the only real difference is that you're playing the level in reverse, because you've already played the level with one hit KO, so there's not a whole lot of difference here. Shooting yourself through the barrels, always make sure you do it in time. There, just be careful grabbing that end because those platforms will fall, and if you're too slow, you can fall to your death. Jump off of there, but really carefully so. This level has some fairly forgiving time for a minecart level, so should be alright. Shoot yourself up to this cart, then shoot yourself up to this one, and at the right time, you should be able to grab that puzzle piece, but I wouldn't go for it unless you just really want it. The jump kind of low. Shoot yourself there and grab the G, and then you're pretty much at the end of the level, and you've beaten it. And that marks the end of this video where I beat 4-1, and that's where I decided to stop. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.